It's the Go Gopher Podcast with Mike Grimm, episode number 180. I'm Mike Grimm, voice of the Golden Gophers, and welcome back to our podcast. We're coming to you this week from Big Ten Football Media Days in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we'll, of course, be talking Golden Gopher football. One of the players who's here in Vegas representing the maroon and gold is Anthony Smith, standout defensive end. The great Darrell Thompson will be my guest host this week, and Anthony Smith will join us for our show. Our Go Gopher Podcast is presented by alumni-owned Sunbelt Business Advisors and True North Mergers and Acquisitions. If you're a business founder planning to exit your business, start by contacting Sunbelt Business Advisors and True North Mergers and Acquisitions. Sunbelt serves more businesses up to $5 million in revenue than anyone, and True North M&A serves companies with revenues up to $150 million. Get a confidential, no-cost, no-obligation business valuation started today. Make the most of your life's work. Visit sunbeltminnesota.com or tnma.com today. Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union is also a big sponsor of the Go Gopher Podcast. Life math is complicated, and Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union makes it easier with local financial experts available to help in person or virtually. Go to affinityplus.org/Go Gophers for more info. The Go Gopher Podcast is also presented by OnX Maps. Find out how to download the OnX Fish app for free by listening to the Go Gopher Podcast. And we're podcasting episode 180 from the Aquarius Home Services studio. We invite you to subscribe to the Go Gopher Podcast. It's free to do so. You can always go back and listen to the Go Gopher Podcast from previous weeks. Last episode, for example, we chatted with Gopher quarterback Drake Lindsay. He was fantastic. If you missed it, you'll want to go back and listen. This week, we're in Vegas, and we'll be joined by Anthony Smith, talking football next.
I'm Clay Geary, walk-on turned scholarship wide receiver for Gopher football.
And I'm Ben Utek, U of M alumni, Super Bowl champion, and Tony Dungy Uncommon Award winner.
We understand championship culture, which is why we're part of the True North family of companies.
True North invests in only elite teams, like the champion team at Sunbelt Business Advisors, Minnesota's largest seller of companies. To learn more about True North and our diverse family of independently owned companies, visit TrueNorthEquityPartners.com.
Keep the good times rolling without the regrets. Giggly THC beverages are your go-to for bold flavor and smooth vibes. Zero alcohol, no bad decisions. Just THC-infused cocktails, seltzers, and teas packed with natural ingredients and performance-boosting superfoods like ashwagandha and ginseng. Find Giggly at over 500 locations like Total Wine, MGM, and Cub Foods, or shop online at giggly.com. That's GIGLI.com. Ready to upgrade your drink game? Use the code Giggly North, as in Giggly Talk North. Giggly North, GIGLI North, for 50% off your first order. Giggly, sip smarter, feel better.
It's episode 180. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's part of Big Ten Football Media Days, and it's the Go Gopher Podcast. Mike Grimm with you as always every week, and Darrell Thompson has made occasional visits on this podcast, and you're here as part of Media Day, getting ready for our broadcast duties on the radio, and I'm glad you're sitting in with us here.
Mike, appreciate you letting me join, and it's fun to get into the football season, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, and this is for you. I know Boulder Options is your full-time job, and so many cool things that you guys do there, helping kids who need help and guiding and mentoring and all that stuff. This is kind of your unofficial start to, okay, football's here and you're ready to roll.
No, it is. It's totally unofficial. It's not. I say it's the official start. Here I get to see football people, see old friends, see new friends, also get to meet them and get up close to some of our young guys up close and personal, and also just dive all the way in. So I'm excited about, I'm talking to Anthony a little bit here this morning or this afternoon, and I'm just kind of getting into football. So I'm excited.
Yeah, Anthony Smith will be our guest, by the way. Anthony, good to see you.
Thanks for having me, seriously.
This is the old DT. I know Darius Taylor's the new DT, but this guy I'm pointing to, Darrell Thompson, the original, the all-time leading rusher in school history. And now Muhammad Ibrahim has pushed you to the number 2 list, but you're up there, man.
I appreciate that, Mike. Thanks for bringing it up.
Always enjoy bringing it up. Well, Anthony Smith, you were on with us earlier on part of our weekly radio coaches show as well. What's the experience been like? 1, to get chosen. They only can pick 3 guys. And 2, what's it been like here in Las Vegas?
Well, I'm very blessed to be here and get chosen to be here. I mean, I attribute that to my teammates that see me as a leader, and I attribute that to the players that came before me as helping me grow as a leader and helping me develop. So, again, I'm so appreciative of that. And being here, again, I'm very appreciative of everybody that wants to come talk to me. Seriously, it's a blessing. It's a blessing for sure. And it's been a fun time. I mean, like, I like talking. I mean, I enjoy, I'll talk somebody's ear off. So I like it.
One of the things I thought was fun and interesting when I was here as a player was getting to meet the other players. So it's certainly a blessing that your team picks you to be here.
Yeah.
But the other part that I thought that was actually maybe even a little bit inspirational and got me a little bit fired up was when I got to meet players from other teams. So can you just, thinking about that and having that opportunity?
Getting around the other players is nice, yeah, for sure. I mean, I haven't had really much interactions with any of the players. I've met some of the kids from Washington talking to the players that we have on our team now. But besides that, I've walked past like Darrell and we like said like what's up to each other, but like I haven't had any like real conversations with anybody.
And probably DT, part of that is just the change. When you were in the Big Ten, it was 10 teams. You all were there. It was a one-day deal. Now you got 18 teams. There's only 6 teams here a day. So there just, aren't as many guys. And social media's probably changed it a little. Like if you, Anthony, really wanted to talk to Drew Aller or somebody else, you just bounce them on an Instagram or a Snapchat or something, right?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Back in our day, Darrell, we didn't even know what a computer was. Yeah, you had to send a carrier pigeon or something to send it. So some of that stuff is a little bit different as well. DT's got some good stories. Did you go twice to Big Ten Media Days?
I went 3 times.
3 times.
Damn. Yeah. Man.
When you got the Freshman of the Year award in the Big Ten named after, I guess you go 3 times, right?
I was lucky, man. I just went. When they told me to go, I just went,
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. You guys went to the Spear last night, the famous arena that's relatively new. It's looks like a ball. That's the name, the Spear. What was it like? What did you get to watch, and what was it like?
It was life-changing. I mean, like, I've never been in something like that crazy and like that loud. Like, I've been to concerts before, but like we watched like this nature show, and it was about like the earth and everything, and like it was about life and like the like animal nature and all that. And it was again like I thought it was going to be cool, but like it like took my breath away, like how cool it was, like with all the like how like clear the picture was and like how big the picture was. I mean, like you could look around and all you were seeing was like what the camera was showing. Like, so again, that was just breathtaking.
Could you imagine? I mean, because they do concerts and stuff there. What that must be like in terms of sensory overload.
I could not imagine. I would love to go to like an EDM concert and just like experience that, because it would be probably like out of this world. Like it was already out of the world, like watching like the nature documentary, but like EDM concert. Oh my gosh!
I wonder what a football game would be like, and just the sights, and
just
the
to
sounds,
watch it, even on
motion.
TV. Yeah. DT and I were tempted to go, and then we saw how much it cost to watch the nature show, and we decided we'll just stay in.
Well, we were very, very blessed by the university.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you guys, but that's all part of the experience, though, right? I mean, you get to do stuff, and coming out here, and away you go. What's your summer been like, both personally and then as a team?
Well, first as a team, I mean, just really been connected with the team all year. We've been doing a bunch of workouts, just grinding on the football field. Been in the film room a good bit, especially as a D-line room. We've been really trying to hone in on watching film and just getting to know like our positions and like other people's positions on like what the back end guys do. Like why am I going into this gap, and how does that affect anybody else? So that's what we've been trying to harp on as a D-line group, because like you can get in the realm of this like I do my position, I just do my position, but like the farther that you go in like into the NFL, like you got to know like what's going on in the back end, and like if you can learn that from like a young guy, like if the young guys can learn that now, that's like so like detrimental to them like in the future when they actually have to go to those meetings. And it also helps me out like when I go to those meetings, so just teaching them that. And then personally, like again, just being connected with the team. I know like every single weekend, if it's hot out, I'm going on a boat and like I'm bringing the guys with me. It was 2 weeks ago that I brought Devin Eastern, Adam Kasai, Jalen Hicks, and Stephen Curtis on the boat. And they all tried to wake surf, and like seeing Adam Kasai's like 6'9", 6'10", like trying to wake surf, it's funny to watch. And like he did it, and everybody enjoyed like a good day. So like again, just trying to spend the most time with like my teammates, because you don't get these times back. And,
right.
And there's also nothing really like a Minnesota summer. I think you get that. Minnesota, kind of the Midwest here, but we enjoy our. I mean, they're not really short, but they're a little bit shorter than normal. So to get out there and enjoy them is important.
Yeah, I brought my jet skis up from Pennsylvania just so I could be on the lake a lot more. So it's again, I've enjoyed my summer as long as it's been hot. Like I've loved the summer so far.
Yeah.
Are you go to a specific lake, or do you spread yourself around a little?
It depends. I mean, I have friends that have like cabins, so like I'll bring like my jet skis to like their cabins, but like mostly I'll stay on Minnetonka or White Bear.
Yeah, very man. That's cool. That's pretty awesome. From a football perspective, obviously you're gifted. You have natural ability, but how much do you do in terms of weight room, quickness, strength, conditioning, all that stuff to prime yourself and to take the next step, so to speak?
Well, shout out to our strength staff, our nutrition staff, and then our trainers. I mean, they do a number with us for sure. They're so appreciated in our program because with our weight room staff, like they get after us and they make us work, and like they know how to push us and know how to push the right buttons and the right times. And then our nutrition staff, they've been doing such a great job. We got a new nutritionist and she's been working her butt off night and day. Same with our lunchroom people. Like the food has like changed drastically and it's changed for the better, and like so serious, and like that like so serious. It attributes to the whole entire team with being happy and just eating good and getting on your body weight and then not cramping too. Like, so again, like you can't thank them enough. And then our trainers with everything, like with recovery or just rehab or treatment, like they're superheroes and all that. So again, like it's been a great summer with all that, great winter. And it's definitely helped me become a better player, especially like when they want to get on me about like recovery and like, hey, like if you want to do that, like football for like this long, like you got to do this. Like, and so again, for them to like push me every single day and like make me do new things, like I really appreciate them.
It does make a difference what you put in your anywhere you can help with our guy Mike Grimm here. We talk about diet and
I need some tips, that's for sure. It's funny because Darrell, we talked about this a lot. When we go to practice now, we usually go to Wednesday practice during the season. We'll go to some spring practices. So Anthony, when Darrell was playing back in the 80s and 90s, they were all out all the time. Every practice, it was hitting, tackling, bring the running back to the ground. And now Darrell watches and he's like, man, I wish I was playing now, because you guys really don't tackle except for games now, basically, right?
Yeah, Coach Fleck does a really good job on pulling us back, like knowing when to like go hit, and then he knows when to pull us back. And again, that attributes to our team. We work our butts off, and like again, he tells us like, if you work this hard, like I will help you guys out rather than just making you guys hit all the time. So again, I attribute that to my teammates and then Coach Fleck for knowing like how to treat us the right way when it comes to hitting.
And then just from a tackling perspective, because that's what you're doing now, and eventually you'll be doing it for a living. Yeah. When you don't live tackle very often, how do you get good at it? I mean, what kind of drills do you do, and how do you take advantage of it when you get a chance?
So in our program, we have press the hip. We have our tackling circuit. We do our tackling circuit before every single practice, no matter what. And then just being intentional about like we call it like press the hips. You're burning your eyes in the hip and you're tagging off, or like either you'll flood the person up and stop them. So like you just have to be super intentional about your work, and like that's the only way that you get better if you're intentional. I mean, if you're being sloppy about it, you're not going to be able to do it in the game when it becomes important. So, again, just being super intentional about what you're doing at practice is how you get better at tackling.
How jealous do you get every Wednesday when you watch?
Well, just a little bit jealous, but I think it's good and it's smart, and it just saves you. You're not if your shoulder gets beat up on Wednesday and Thursday, and you're much less likely to throw that shoulder into someone on Saturday. So exactly. it makes all the sense in the world to be a little bit smarter and kinder to your athletes, and they're ready to roll. When it comes on the weekend. And I was just thinking a little bit about your film work that you talked about earlier, and are there some other players? And maybe for you, probably some NFL players that you look at, that you watch for technique and how they come off the ball and how they use their hands and how they move on the field.
For the big people I watch, I mean, obviously I watch Miles Garrett because he's probably the best in the league besides Max Crosby. It's Max Crosby and Miles Garrett. I mean, like they're up there. And then DeForest Buckner. I'm big on DeForest Buckner. Just like I feel like I'm around his build and like what my NFL like kind of I'll probably transition into. So, watching DeForest Buckner, how he gets off the ball, how he uses his hands and how violent he is. I think that's, like, the craziest part about his game. He's so tall and so big and violent. And then, like, on top of that, he has a good finesse game, which I like. I would say, like, I like to have a little finesse in my game. Sure. So, watching him play that's who I watch, DeForest Buckner.
When you talk about film work, too, how did you learn? Because there's one thing just watching film. Mm-hmm. There's another thing being able to absorb what's going on. Were there guys from Minnesota when you got in here? Because you talked about helping the young guys, and here's what we're watching for. Who were some guys that helped you learn what watching film really meant?
Well, I always heard about Tyler Nubin. Tyler Nubin would watch, he would watch the film, but he would also get in a stance and also just act like he was calling out checks and everything. So I would take that knowledge, and then again with Danny Strigow was Danny Strigow and Cody Lindenberg. They were freaks in the film room, and they played like it too. So so getting the knowledge from them and just picking their brain on what film do you watch and how what notes do you take to apply it to the field, and so those are the big two that I really. And Coach Debo for sure.
Yeah, he of course with the Cardinals now in the NFL, but he was your position coach there for a while. Following up on that too, from a film study standpoint, is it you watch for tendencies? I suppose generally watching, okay, this formation might mean this, but do you then also, if you're going to line up, I'm just making it up, but on the right side, do you watch for the left tackle and see what his foot positioning might be or anything else to say I can gain an advantage here or there?
I don't know. I mean, something like that. I can't give away secrets.
Oh, yeah, he's got the trade secrets, DT. You can't give those away.
I'll tell you what, he can hold on to the trade secrets all he wants, but I know that he's got to be looking at what he likes to do, how he moves, and how he can take advantage of it and bat his hands down and things like that. But I get not, we're not, I don't think that anyone's going to be hopefully checking us out here on the podcast. But I think it is always really, at the end of the day, the more that you watch and the more you get comfortable, because it always felt like to me that everything slowed down when I watched film. So you watch the film. I don't want to be surprised, and I was surprised a lot when I was young. And then little by little, the older guys and the offensive linemen would bring me in the film room, and they're like, "This is what we're doing, and this means you need to slow down here, and you can speed up here, and we can all communicate and try to figure things out." But the more that you can take in and absorb as you're seeing now, especially as you're getting a little bit older in the game, it makes a really big difference.
Oh, you're exactly right. From my true freshman year to now, the game has slowed down incredibly. It's there's a night and day difference. And again, my preparation, even last year, to the year before, it's a preparation on how I watch film, and then just going over plays and seeing formations and all that. It just slows the game down. And when you get in there, it's
then you got it.
They're just clicking.
You still don't be surprised. You want to be able to communicate like you're talking about on the back end. To be like, hey, you know what? I think this is going to happen. This is the receivers over in this. He's in the slot. This is kind of what I saw in film. Be able to look back. Also makes the offense a little bit more uncomfortable too when they got people that kind of I like when people don't prepare. I want someone out there who's kind of running around. Just trying to run to the ball when you can take advantage of those.
Oh yeah, it's pretty fun when you can tell the offensive lineman is stretched because you see something and they're like, no, it's not, and then the rim stretch and you blow the play up. And it's how do you know? It's
You mentioned from your freshman year to now the progression you've made. There were, there's early in your career you were maybe a pass rush guy, right? And sometimes they'd put you on the inside on a third down situation. Yeah. Sometimes it was outside, but it certainly wasn't every down. They were because one, there was pretty good players. Boye Mafe was around, and some other,
Danny Strigow,
Thomas Rush, and Jaw Joyner, and all these guys. So you're trying to earn some time from really good players, but two, learning it. Do you feel like now you're set and you can be if the coaches choose, because there's so many sub packages now, who knows, that you can be a 3-down guy, play first down, second down, third down, run situation, pass situation, the whole deal?
I definitely think I can be. Again, at the end of the day, it's anything that can help the team. That's all I'm here for. I just want to help the team the best that I can, and again, just help the team. And I'm very grateful for the guys that came before me. I wouldn't have my experience. I wouldn't trade my experience for the world. Me sitting behind Jaws definitely made me into a better player. So, again, just anything that can help the team, I'm all for it.
Let me quickly read one of our sponsor commercials, because without them, the podcast wouldn't be possible. Yeah. Affinity Plus is your local credit union. They proudly serve Minnesota since 1930. If you're a current Gopher student or a proud Gopher alum, that makes you eligible to join this financial that wants to build a meaningful banking relationship and put you first. You can meet with a local employee at any of their branches statewide, including right off campus in Minneapolis. You can learn more and find other ways to connect. Go to their webpage, affinityplus.org/Go Gophers. That's affinityplus.org/Go Gophers. Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. People-centered banking, perfect for Gophers. And as always, we thank them for their support. Their support allows this podcast to be listened to free, no charge, no subscription. You just can log in and listen to the show. We're with Anthony Smith, Mike Grimm with you. Darrell Thompson has been kind enough to join and serve as my co-host here from Las Vegas Vegas, Nevada Big Ten football media days. You talked about the wakeboarding and the boating and the jet skis. I'm told that you're a skateboarder also?
I'm a snowboarder.
Snowboarder.
Yeah.
Take me through how you got involved in that, and a big fella like you got the balance and the moves?
Well, so I was younger. My uncle, he used to snowboard, and I would always hear about him, and I would see him, and then I would go like tubing, and I always see the skiers and snowboarders on the mountains. And I was like, I gotta try that. So my grandparents got me like a plastic snowboard. So over the winter, I like kept on doing that. I finally took me to the mountains, and I actually got pretty decent at it. And then I got tall, so I had to stop doing like flips and like 360s and just go down the mountain. But at the end of the day, I love it. Like, it's a good way to rewind, like rewind and relax after like a long week of practice. Like, just go to the mountains and just go down a hill with some snow.
Do you do some snowboarding in Minnesota during the winter?
Yeah, in years past, I definitely have, yeah. I've been to, there's a place called Trollhog in Wisconsin. I go to Highland Alps for sure, and then Afton. Yeah, those are places that I would usually go in the winter.
What's the best place you snowboarded?
The best place I've snowboarded is on the East Coast, Killington, Vermont. And it was my second winter there. I made a trip with my friend Mike, and we went there for 2 days, and we got I think we got 3 feet of snow. So that's literally the dream when you're a snowboarder, just to go in 3 feet of snow, just have a great day. And we made hot dogs in the woods. Like, we made our own fire in the middle of the day. It was a whole adventure. So that was probably the best place I've ever been to snowboard.
It's pretty sweet. And today, PJ Fleck, in his on this Wednesday as we record, he mentioned that you also are a thrift shop guy.
Yeah, big thrift guy.
That for like $3 you can outfit your whole self if you go to the right spot.
It wasn't $3, but it was a $5 outfit. I definitely had a $5 outfit on one day. I was very proud of it. I'm a big thrifter. In Minnesota, there's a lot of good thrift stores, whether that's just the Salvation Army or that's other places like Chromac where there's reselling designer stuff. But the craziest thing I found at a thrift store was this LeBron James McDonald's All-American jersey, and it was signed. And so literally
you have to buy that.
Exactly. I think I bought it for $15. And it's hung up in my room. I wore it to the Game 5 when LeBron scored 40 points in Minneapolis, and LeBron waved at I was like, LeBron, and he was he looked at me. He was like.
He gives you the thumbs up.
He gave me the thumb. LeBron James gave me the thumbs up. I don't care what anybody thinks. That's LeBron James giving me a thumbs up, and you're scoring 40 points too. You're having a good night. Yeah,
that's thrifty right there. No pun intended. Right? I mean, that's pretty sweet. How did you get involved in that? Because I do think that that's a younger generational thing. My kids are a little older than you, but not that much, and they thrift all the time. They go find my son. Almost all the clothes he wears are thrift shop stuff.
It's cheap clothes, and it's good fashion. So again, it's good fashion. It's cheap. Especially when I was younger, in college, you ain't make that much money. So having getting a pair of jorts for $5, and they can last me forever. Jorts have been cheaper, and they've lasted me longer than some of my jeans that have cost hundreds or $200 that I can only wear for 1 year, and then they've ripped. So again, the durability and the longevity of it and the price, you can't beat it. It's good fashion.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It
is fun. You go with your friends. Yeah.
Anthony, I was also thinking about something. You're going to play, obviously, at University of Minnesota and probably in the NFL. Have you thought at all about what you want to do when you get done playing football?
When everything's said and done, I would love to be a teacher or a principal. I was a student teacher at Sheridan Elementary in St. Paul, and I was first, second, and third graders, and it was so fun, seeing all those kids' faces every single day, and just seeing their faces every single day, it puts a smile on your heart and puts a smile on your face, and it makes you just want to be happy. I wouldn't trade that experience for the world. You're waking up you're on your off day, going in, and some people could be I gotta do this. I it. I thought it was so fun being around those little kids. They always have something to say, and they wear their emotions on their chest. So something's wrong, it. But again, being a principal, I would really love to make a difference at a school that needs something good.
What's your major, and how do you sit academically? Are you able to pursue postgraduate stuff too now with all the summer school and different things you guys take?
I graduate this fall, so I graduate this fall with a youth education major. So
Perfect. Then fits right into what you want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, might be a future Boulder Options guy for you, DT.
Might be future Boulder Options or in the schools, but either way, the opportunity and the impact that you make on youth makes a big difference. So I applaud you for doing that. And if ever I can help you, please let me know. I got a lot of friends in that field.
What are the kids like when a big, strong, tall football player walks into the classroom the first time?
Well, I think they got a little scared the first time, but as you keep on talking, they're like, okay, yeah, he's like a regular person. He just might be a little taller. They their faces lighten up, and again, it's so fun. Even the girls, they'll be like, push me on the swing, or you come play tag with us, and I wouldn't trade that experience for the world, because again, I had a lot of role models, good teachers that throughout high school that made me actually like school and made me into a good person. And it took a village to get me to where I am today. So I'm very thankful for everybody that came before me.
Yeah,
absolutely. No, I was just thinking about that. I think the impact that you make on kids and everything else is just it's life lasting, and those young people need someone to look up to. In particular, someone that looks like them. So to have someone that looks like yourself for them is impactful, and I'm sure that lifelong relationships are formed out of that.
Yeah, they definitely are.
You mentioned you needed a village to get to where you are. So you're in Minnesota. Yeah. Well, we're in Vegas, literally, but you're in Minnesota. Yeah. You're from Pennsylvania. Take me through the decision, because you were recruited. A couple of times with the transfer portal. You're recruited probably all the time. So take me through the initial decision, I'm going to be a Minnesota Golden Gopher, and 2, I'm going to remain a Gopher, because that has changed since your time too, DT, that you're a free agent just about any time you want to be in today's rules. So you came as a Gopher, you stayed as a Gopher, all through that. Take us through that process.
Well, first, Minnesota was my first and only visit I ever took, and first my mom didn't let me commit. She wouldn't let me commit on my official visit. I knew it was a place that I wanted to be. Like Trey Potts and Brevin Spanford, they showed me the love of the team, and how special how special the team is with just being together, the togetherness of the team, and how it was a family. And I knew it was a spot, but my mom was like, Anthony, you have to you need everybody on board. Throughout high school, I stayed with my godparents just because I wanted to go play basketball at a better school, and so I went and played with my best friend, and so I had their family that I had to talk to. I had to talk to Jeremy and Sharmika, and then I had to talk to my dad and my grandparents about it. So, because it's far away. That's a 1,000-mile drive. I've driven that drive, and it's not a fun drive.
It's a jaunt.
Yeah, it's a journey. So, I think. We got on a Zoom call maybe that next Wednesday. I think there was 20 people on the Zoom call, and I had to kind of explain to them why I wanted to come to Minnesota. And after the Zoom, Fleck and G were on it, and I was a Gopher. So and
and the rest is history, as they say.
History.
So you come, you like the culture, obviously, yes. And then the transfer portal all of a sudden opens up, and NIL becomes a factor. And there are, I'm sure there are schools that are waving money at your way. So what was the decision this is for me, and I'm going to stick it through it?
Well, first of all, I believe maroon and gold. That's it's Goldie. The Gophers are my team, for life. I will die about that. But it's never been a hard decision for me to stay. Coach Fleck runs a great life program. I haven't been anywhere else, but when I hear transfers, they always tell me that it's not like any other place they've ever seen before. So, again, this being so connected with all my teammates and Coach Fleck. I've gone through 4 different D-line coaches between Coach Wilt, Brick, Debo, and now Coach Dot. So I feel I had some people have all the reason in the world to say that I need to leave because all my this and this, my DC's left or my D-line coach left and all that. So, but again, Coach Fleck has a great team, and we have a great team all together.
You mentioned something that I thought that kind of sticks with me. Think about when you're recruited. You think about Potts and you think about Brevin Spanford. Those relationships that you meet on your recruiting visits are really impactful.
Yeah,
and a big deal. Now you're part of that. So when you have an opportunity to recruit someone, what's it like for you? What are you trying to convey to them to get another young guy to come and play football here?
I don't think I really have to convey anything to them. I just show them how our team is and how our team works. Every single time, whether it's just us hanging out my place and all the guys come over for dinner, or I take them out for dinner and just show them around Minnesota. I don't have to convince them. It's not really convincing. I'm not selling them a show or anything. I'm just showing them the love that we genuinely have for the team. So yeah, and you got kids like Adam Kasai. Like I got him to commit twice.
Yeah, you're right. He committed once and then decided Clemson, and then
came back and said, came on another official visit.
Yeah, got to keep working them sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah. So again, I'm not selling them dreams or anything. It's just real authentic Minnesota love.
Yeah, that's awesome. One more quick mention of another sponsor. Summer is here, and that means it's time to get on the water, get on the boat. We had heard Anthony say he was out doing some wakeboarding. Well, we're talking fishing here. It's the OnX Fish app. It helps you find your next best bite. It's the Fish app offering the most comprehensive fishing tools to increase your success on the water. Use the Fish app to find new places to fish. You can sort through species, lakes, abundance, trophy, and keeper potential. OnX Fish also shows you hot spots, lake-by-lake rules and regulations, private and public land ownership, and more. You can download OnX Fish at the App Store or go online at onxmaps.com/fish to get more information about the app that's changing the game on water. You can get a 7-day trial for free. So try the OnX Fish app from OnX Maps. Do you fish too?
I'm not a big fisher. Yeah. I'm a little impatient when it comes to that.
I'm a little the same way.
I like jumping in the water. I like floating around.
Let's talk about 2025 Golden Gopher football. How good can you guys be?
I think we can. The sky's the limit for us. It's so serious. We're so connected, and that's the specialist thing about the team. We're so connected. All the guys hang out together, and also our depth. Our depth is our advantage. We're so deep. Whether that's on linebackers, safeties, D-line. Any people can play any position. That's also what I was harping on, like about the D-line, like learning a position. If you play 3-tech, how about you go learn nose too? So if you need you at nose, you can go play nose, because like it happens. Like you saw me last year, I played 5-tech all my career, and then all of a sudden I'm playing 3-tech, starting on 3-tech at USC. So like again, just having this able to play different positions and knowing what to do, and then just having the depth to actually. On the D-line spot, we're pretty deep, and I'm really excited to see people play and show what they can do.
Go ahead, Mike. But I just think about that connection and communication. It's a big deal. It feels like from what you're saying, the team is close, which is really important. But you're also communicating, and the more that you guys can communicate, from the side to side, that's primary, and then from on the back end at the second level, and obviously to the third level. It makes a big difference.
Oh, yeah, it's so important. I mean, especially, when you guys all hang out together, you know what, people respond to. The nicknames of people. And then, when you're on the field, you can just rattle, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, I need to listen. So, again, just being around everybody, that's so important.
Yeah.
Last week, you had the internal media day back home. We're in Vegas, as we said now. And, I don't know, 16 or 17 guys talked. And many of those guys, when asked about the season, said it out loud, college football playoffs. Compete for a Big Ten title, all that stuff. And, there's always some haters out there, right? And they're like, oh, these guys are delusional. Today,
be delusional.
That's one of your moment slogan is so it's by design you're a little delusional. Mm-hmm. Take me through that thought process.
I mean, just being delusional. You put the work in all off season to go do what you want to do, and the sky again. What I say, the sky's the limit for us, and it's the four walls, it's the inside about us, and doesn't matter what the external says. We know what we're going to do. And, again, you put the work in, and some stuff is delusional in the outside world. So, again, just be delusional, and that's all we're going to do.
Yeah, and that eventually, as you look at the schedule, right, you've got, a couple of tough road games with playoff teams from last year. You got the battle for the pig on the road. You got a couple of tough home games. The Badgers are always a fun one to play against at home. There's others. Obviously, it's a 12-game schedule. But how do you attack it or take on the challenge when you look at a schedule in a conference that is as good as this one?
We just take it one game at a time. It's a one-game championship, and that's all. The first game of the season, that's all we're looking towards this year. But I am excited to travel to different places. Playing at Berkeley, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited to go to Eugene too. That's exciting. I really in Ridley Field. That's historic. So I do enjoy traveling. So in the traveling aspect, I am excited to go do that. So.
We were talking about that last night. We had somebody ask us here, where do you think, they were asking Guardsy actually, where do you think the big road trip every year? A few years ago it was at Colorado. Half of the Gopher fan base, it seemed, showed up at Colorado. North Carolina a couple of years ago. Was that, 2 years ago. And UCLA last year. So where is it going to be this year? And you look at the schedule, it's like you said, Wrigley Field, Oregon, we've never played there. I mean, in recent years anyway. at Ohio State's a good game. I mean,
God,
that's going to be a challenge.
I love that place.
And others, Iowa, right? So I don't know if there's like the one standout. There's just a bunch of good.
I know for sure, like our Gophers, we show up like no matter what. When we were at the bowl game, like you would never have thought that like it was like an away game. Like it was crowded, like it was loud. So like again, I know our Gopher fans are going to show up, and I'm so appreciative of them. Like whether it's a home game, because when it's a home game, that stadium's electric. There's nothing like a home game. Yeah. Especially you get at night, you got the nice backdrop of the Twin Cities. Nothing beats that. But then again, like our fans that come to games, so away games, it's special.
It's going to be fun and special. Sorry to step on you, Mike, there for a second, but I'm excited. I also really I'm still I'm excited about the delusional thing, because I think we need to transfer that into some of our fan base, because the more you guys will say it, the more it can happen. No one ever thinks they can play college football or play professional football. You have to first believe it here, and then it happens. And I feel like that's
people are going to call you. People are going to call you delusional. And again, that's what we're going to be. We're just going to be delusional. I mean, we put the work in. Like, if you don't put the work in, you're just stupid. And you're stupid because like you're not going to get the results if you haven't put in the work. Right. But like this off season, we put in the work, and we have like the ability to say that we can be delusional about what we want, because that's our dreams, and like we're going to make our dreams come true.
And it's interesting because there are no guarantees. PJ talks about that all the time. You got to put the work in.
It just gives you a chance.
A year ago at this time in Indianapolis, Mike Loxley from Maryland said, we want to make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Kirk Signetti from Indiana said, we want to make the playoffs. Almost everyone called them both delusional, but guess what? Half of that group made the playoffs.
Exactly.
Indiana made it, so why not, right? Why not Minnesota at some point?
Exactly. Why not us?
Yeah, crazy enough. As you mentioned, there was a village that got you to where you were here. Those road games, do you get a lot of family that come and travel? Home games too, I guess. Everything's a road game for most of your family, right?
No, my grandparents. I don't think my grandparents have missed a game since my freshman year. So whether they're taking the RV or they're flying, I know they did a whole big road trip when we played UCLA. So. Yeah, again, they show up pretty well. My mom, my dad, and like my brothers, like they show up. Yeah.
One of my favorite things in working with Darrell now all these years is him talking about his parents coming to all your games and support all the way up through youth football in Rochester, all the way up. But the friendships they established with the parents of the other players, and I'm guessing that
you could ask like all the parents about my grandparents. They love them. I mean, like Ron and Linda, my grandparents, they're a household name when it comes to the tailgates. I mean, for sure. I'm so appreciative of my grandparents, and like, again with other parents, like their family to me, like. My grandparents have been there, but like it might be like like Miss Lindenberg, like she's might be the first one out. Like when I come out of the tunnel, to hug me and say I had a good game, like, and that's the special stuff. Like it's not like it's a brotherhood here; it's a family. Like more than like just like having like best friends and like that's my boy. Like that's really like my brother. Like and that's like my family too. Like Jalen Logan Redding's mom or like Jai Joyner's mom. I call her mom. Yeah, that's my second mom. Like because again, that's my family.
Yeah, and the beauty is you've got a living example here in front of it. Your parents maintain those friendships with many of those parents, right?
Oh, absolutely. You live and you grow and you go to the weddings, you go to all the celebrations, you go to the funerals. All those pieces of life are going to be there forever. They'll still talk to each other. They still want to hang out with each other, and a lot of times they're going to continue to go to games. Maybe not quite as many. But they'll still pick out a couple of games that are, that are fun that they want to be a part of, and it's awesome. So,
last question for you: you're a defensive guy, but on offense, a lot. You look at the magazines, and it's like they're going to be good here. They're going to be good here. Biggest question mark: quarterback. Mm-hmm. And I don't think the question mark is, can the kid throw? We know Drake Lindsey can throw. We know he's got good skill. The question is, has he played enough to attack a Big Ten defense? Tell me what you think of Drake Lindsey. And you guys got to be pretty good buddies, too, it sounds like.
Me and him, again, this goes back to the team being so connected. I mean, like, me and Drake hang out a good bit. Like, we just went on a trip to L.A. together with Emmett, the other quarterback. And so, like, he's ready for it. Without a doubt, I know he's ready for it. Like, he's been preparing his whole offseason. He's preparing whole last season, just picking Max Brosmer's brain apart. So, like, again, I know for a fact he's ready. No matter what's thrown at him, he's going to be the guy to get the job done.
Well, and look, if he's really good, this team has a chance, like you say, to be delusional, right?
Sky's the limit. Yeah, be delusional.
Anything left?
No, I mean, just being special and doing the right thing. So I'm excited about this season as well.
Thank you.
August 28th will be here before we know it. Sunday for you guys. You get that pit in your stomach a little bit, fall camps
I'm excited more than nervous about it. The only thing that's bittersweet, this could be my last go around, God willingly. So, again, this getting around the guys and this being the most connected team that we can be. I'm fired up getting back in those pads.
Always a Gopher. Do you have a conditioning test that you have to pass when you go into camp here?
We don't have a conditioning test when we have to go into camp, but we do some stuff before that. And, it tires us out a good bit.
Just to make sure, right?
Just to make sure.
Well, thanks for sharing a lot of your story and your background. It's always awesome. I know a lot of Gopher fans are obviously pulling for the Gophers, but it's fun to get to know some of these guys on a little more personal level. And
seriously.
This is a good opportunity, and we appreciate you coming on with us here.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me. Seriously.
You got it. DT, thank you. It was fun.
Thank you. Great job. Great job.
Episode 180, he is Anthony Smith. My thanks to Anthony Smith for joining us here in Vegas at Big Ten Football Media Days this week, and a special thank you to Darrell Thompson for chipping in and helping out on this week's episode. Episode 180 is presented by Sunbelt Business Advisors and True North Mergers and Acquisitions. If you're buying or selling a business, visit sunbeltminnesota.com or tnma.com. We're also partnered with Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union, a locally member-owned full-service financial invested in you. You can learn more at affinityplus.org/Go Gophers. OnX Fish also sponsors the show. Happy fishing. Again, I'd invite you to listen to past podcasts, and please be sure to subscribe to the Go Gopher Podcast right now. Click that subscribe button. It's free to subscribe and free to listen at any time. And please share the link to the podcast with others so they can subscribe and listen as well. And if you enjoyed the show, let us know. Give us some positive feedback on your social media channels. We'll talk again next week.